We often credit high achievers with having a genetic head start, assuming the people on the podium were born with a lottery ticket of height, speed, or raw ability. Aaron's reality looked different. He was shorter and slower than his peers. His starting line was defined by a pair of heavily worn-out shoes, sitting beneath a shelf that had never held a single trophy. He had 0 accolades and no natural advantages to lean on. Starting at the absolute bottom carries a unique weight. Without a track record of winning, the journey begins in a vacuum of validation, where every bit of momentum must be self-generated. Lack of talent makes every action feel like pure friction. On the outdoor court, Aaron's shots hit the rim with a violent metallic clang, over and over. He missed 9 times in a row before the ball finally found the net. Constant failure shifts the nature of the challenge. The real obstacle moves from the missed shot to the internal pressure to simply walk away and stop trying. Psychologists look at this as a shift in how failure is reprocessed. This flowchart shows the standard reaction, a loop where a setback signals an immediate stop. Aaron operated on the right side of this chart, where failure is treated as incoming data. This perspective transforms a physical setback into a learning moment. Slipping on a wet court or falling off a bike becomes a way of mapping the mechanics of what went wrong, turning the error into a step forward on a larger trajectory. Even mental exhaustion follows this logic. Studying late into the night while fighting tired eyes acts as an expansion of capacity. The strain itself becomes the evidence of progress. Viewing the world this way changes the meaning of the word no. It stops being a final verdict and begins to sound like not yet, protecting a person's resolve from being crushed by a temporary defeat. Thousands of these small, isolated choices, practicing in the rain, studying through the fatigue, eventually coalesce into a hardened daily routine. This grind is a systemic approach to improvement. Aaron used sheer volume to erode his initial inadequacies, 1 repetition at a time. Practicing in a driveway is safe, but the school gym tryouts introduce public pressure. The difficulty of staying focused spikes when there is a crowd watching, and the stakes are suddenly social. The talented kids move with a baseline confidence that looks effortless. Aaron stands apart, his nervous determination visible as he prepares to perform. During the drill, he drives to the basket and takes the final shot. He misses. The gym goes quiet, then ripples with snickers. Someone tells him he should probably find a different sport. Public humiliation triggers a powerful instinct to retreat and hide. Aaron feels that urge, but his jaw tightens as he chooses to stay. He walks over to the coach, swallows his pride, and asks for one more attempt. Resilience reveals its true depth in these moments. It is the explicit refusal to let a public mistake be the final word on your ability. The coach nods. Aaron steps back to the line. He takes 1 breath, dribbles, and releases the ball. It hangs in the air, a final test of everything he has practiced in private. It drops. That single swish is the mathematical sum of thousands of previous failures and hours of unobserved work. By the time the actual season arrives months later, the friction of his early days has begun to smooth out. The repetitions have finally started to translate into a rhythm on the court. During a real game, Aaron's persistence manifests as pure effort. He is the first to dive for a loose ball, and the one who refuses to slow down on a fast break, outworking opponents who rely on their natural ease.
Aaron earned his spot by out-persisting those who were satisfied with their starting advantages. Talent opens doors. Persistence walks through them. Our ultimate limits are the ones we choose to accept. Success belongs to those who view every fall as a prerequisite for standing back up.